to Every Man's Fantasy, Melrose Supercoach League's one and only Supercoach variety show. To my right here, his record speaks for itself. It's the 2012 Musashi champion. He was beaten, in fact dismantled, in last year's final series of the Melrose Supercoach League, but he's back for revenge this year. Please welcome Mr. Burak Demir.
Thanks, Shane. It was a tough year last year. Almost made the top four, and then I was pipped up against Parmy by a point.
Yes,
I think it was a Dangerfield handball in the last minute of the game. That got him over the line.
Well, you're in the big leagues now. This is Melrose. This is not Musashi. To my left here, it's Parmy. He's the coach of Palmer Wants a Wife. He's a Melrose 2012 champion. And welcome to the show.
Thanks, Shane. Thanks, Barack. As Barack was saying, I did beat him last year, and I think by 1 or 2 points, I think. I think before the scale down, I think he was in front. And then for some reason, they just decided to give Dangerfield an extra 5 points.
They need to review that.
They do need to. So thank you for joining us today. We're going to talk a little bit about the Melrose Supercoach League and a little bit about what selections you should be making this year in your Supercoach team. So firstly, in season 2014, there's been a couple of rule changes, mainly the unlimited DPP movements. Now, I'm not sure if...
What is a DPP?
DPP. DPP stands for dual position player. You've got a couple of examples this year, such as Sam Mitchell, I think is a defender and a midfielder.
Yep.
In fact, he's in my team. He's a defender and a midfielder for sure. The DPP, I'll give you an example. We're talking about Derek Wanganeen, for instance. He's a midfielder, but only a midfielder. And then you have, is it Matthew Wright?
Matthew Wright.
Matthew Wright, right. He's in the forward line and he's a midfielder as well. So let's say you don't particularly like how Derek Wanganeen's going. We can trade Matthew Wright into the midfield for Derek Wanganeen.
Yeah.
Like, get rid of him. And for some strange reason, if you don't have Sandy Lands in your team, you can move a forward ruck position player, like let's say...
So if you've got Charlie Dixon in your ruck,
Charlie
and
Dixon.
you want to push him forward, and then
Yeah,
get Sandy Lands.
so send Wright to the midfield and then Dixon to the
Dixon to
forward.
the forward line, Sandy Lands.
Effectively, you'll be trading out Wanganeen for Sandy Lands.
Yeah.
What a coup.
Okay.
It sounds pretty good. So that's a big change this year, because last year there was only one positional movement you could make, but this year it's unlimited. Now, we're going to focus on some of the important players in season 2014, and Burak here has put together a little bit of his list of the important players in each position.
So I'll be going through each position, starting with the defenders. What I think will be the top 3 defenders at the end of the year. Number 1 would be Sam Mitchell, being a midfielder to last year, one of the top midfielders last year, so you think that he'd continue on with that. Another one, number 2, would be Andrew Walker. He played really well last year. You think he'd back it up? Well, I hope he'd back it up again this year for the Baggers.
How did he go last week?
I don't think he played last week.
Yeah,
Get on the
surprise.
Yeah, but he should come good.
Yeah.
And a smoky, or one that you wouldn't expect, is probably David Swallow. Started off really well. He's in his 3rd year of football. We all know that 3rd-year footballers generally play well.
That 5, prime example. Yeah. So I guess there's
Although
room for only
Dustin
one
Martin
swallow in
was a bit-
Supercoach Fantasy Football.
Oh, nice last year.
Sorry?
Dustin Martin.
Dustin
That
Martin.
was 3rd year, wasn't it? Last
Oh, well, yeah, well, it's 3rd year in jail, probably. What else have you got?
Move on to the next position of midfielders. Number 1, we expect, I think, Gary Ablett to be the number 1 midfielder again this year.
Gary Ablett, what do you think? He's getting old, isn't he?
Well, I thought it was 32, then I didn't realise a couple of weeks ago that it was 30.
Yeah.
It's only 30, so yeah, probably Gary Ablett again, although, did you see Pendlebury play on the weekend?
Wow, we're just going to cut to some highlights of Scott Pendlebury's play on the weekend. What a phenomenal performance it was.
It was amazing. It was everywhere.
Everywhere.
And then also...
Over in the moment, he took possession, out the back, Maxwell, little sucker handball, give and go back from Pendlebury, not once but twice, zigzag, onto the right, wants the left, now he's got it, 30, 20, Pendlebury, closing goal.
All the time, I think he was at about 15
Yeah.
to 20.
He had 2 disposals until
Yeah,
time.
so that means in 20 quarters he's put on 150.
He's a sign of a good player, isn't it?
Not
Turning
only,
it around.
not only is he Collingwood captain material, but he's fantasy captain material. I think.
Oh,
Yes,
for sure.
definitely.
Nice.
Just played that awkward Saturday night game, didn't he, for the vice captain loophole? We'll cover that a little bit later. And what else have you got here?
Yeah, so kind of stole my thunder. Pendle's number 2, I think. We'll finish second behind Gaza. And number 3, if he stays fit all year, Joe Watson easily will make top 3 because he was a star last year before he broke his collarbone, I think, or
Yeah, that's
shoulder.
correct.
Something like that.
You have Joe Watson, don't you?
Yeah, I put him in the last one.
Yeah, it's a good choice.
Yeah,
Very good choice.
and he's off the peptide now as well.
Oh, jeez, not going there. What else have you got?
Rucks, 2 standout players. Despite his price, he'll be the highest. This player will be the highest scoring player. It'd be Aaron Sowers from Fremantle.
What a performance.
What 152 and 100.
You had to have him in that.
Yeah.
Oh, is there
300.
do you know anyone that didn't have Sandlands in? That knows anything about football? Even knows to go. Everyone had to have
Everyone's got
Sandlands,
Sandlands.
Yeah, I tried him this week. No, I had him from the start.
Of course.
And the other one, the other ruckman would be Mumford. Made the move from Sydney to Sydney.
Yes,
The
yes.
west side of
big-
Sydney.
Big move. Yep.
Yeah, and he started the season well, and you think that it'd continue with the kids around and the lack of, I guess, second ruck coming through. You got Giles playing more permanent forward now. Doesn't get much of a stint in the ruck, but with Sydney, he had Pike giving him a chop out. So you think that,
Also keep it,
And priced at just under $500,000.
Yeah,
I think is a must-have for your side.
yeah. Finally, the forwards. Oh, it's pretty hard to find 3 top forwards here with them starting so bad. But you'd hope number 1 would be Dangerfield by the end of the year.
Dangerfield caught high. Oh, look at the strength.
Yeah, amazing.
And takes off. Almost run down by Hill.
Keep going.
There's no one in the square. This would be remarkable if he kicks it from 50, keeps it low.
Unbelievable.
It is crazy good.
I think him being a dual position player, would that be correct? Or
No, it's not.
What,
the
last
first
year?
time. No,
Last
not
year he was, yes, I should remember. Because
Gosh, was the year before?
wasn't he?
I thought he was just a midfielder.
Oh, really?
Oh, we'll go to the tape a little bit
we're
later.
going to
Yeah.
cut that part out. Number 2, I reckon he'll have another good year. Chad Wingard.
Yeah, oh, jeez. Did you see his goal on the weekend? Came at a critical moment in the play and he must have got at least 30.
Back to full forward. Off hands. Brown needed to trap it. Couldn't quite. Hassled out of it. Port Adelaide getting numbers. Wingard. No way. Staggering.
And finally, if he stays fit all year and if the ball gets there enough, Rioli to win number 3.
Yeah.
That's a big gift though. He has lost 4 kilos over the pre-season to make sure he doesn't have too much weight on his lower body with his problem with his
But
knee.
how old's Rioli at the moment?
Oh, he's getting on.
33.
33.
Yeah, but then again, he's the start of the competition. I mean, he beats most of his opponents. So
But who does St. Kilda have in the forward line? Don't they have Longer now as well? And they can't play
he's a
both.
ruckman. So
Yeah, you're putting
Yeah,
him
but
at the top there.
if they're going to play both, they're going to send one down to the forward line, aren't they?
Maybe it's no Kashitsky, no Mill.
but they've got
Yeah.
Meister
What is happening?
Yeah, they've lost a couple
Reece Downey
of
there.
players.
So, but again, you'd hope. Well, I wouldn't hope, but you'd think that St Kilda would kick the ball to Rioli more often than not.
Yeah, no, good analysis.
Yeah, so that's my top 3 for each position and top 2 for rucks. Any other opinions? No matter.
I think the smoky selection, David Swallow, I think that's a really solid selection. He's priced at just $429,000.
Cool.
How much? Well, it's pretty close.
24.
It all depends on how much money you've got, of course. And like he's averaged 125 is that right?
125 so far, yeah.
So far. So I think if you haven't got him already in your team, bring him in, and he should be able to. Don't interrupt me, man. He should be able to deliver the chocolates for you, most definitely. So anyway, we're going to go to a first message from our sponsors. See you on the other side of this break.
Every man has a place in his heart. There's a space, and the world can't erase his fantasies.
It's quite hard to earn a living when Fox Footy's on all day. What started as a passion has led your life astray. We love Fox Footy a little too much, some might say. It's the one thing that you'd miss the most if you were a castaway. No, we're not crazy. All these are hooks. So are the tradies and even the crooks. No, we're not crazy. Just full of pride. We've got Fox Footy. There's no room inside. There's no room inside.
kick off this next segment with some important players that you should have in your team who you may not. And we're going to start off with Palmy's opinion of this. Palmy, give me maybe one or two of the top rookies that you should most definitely have in your team before the price changes.
Well, I think everyone would probably have
Jared Pollock.
Yeah, Pollack in your team. You got
You've
Pollack.
got, I think, Dunstan, McDonald even from North.
Yep.
Xavier Ellis was real cheap. I think a lot of people would have had Rohan, but I don't think he's critical.
You mean a lot of people, you mean yourself?
Yeah, I picked him. Yeah, Dom Tyson even.
Or Tom Dyson.
Tom Dyson.
Tom
Affectionately
Dyson.
known.
Cole Jasny.
Colin Jasny. Jeez. Is that, he's a player to watch, I think, for round
But
4.
it's too expensive.
Easily a bit pricey. And
Who's he play for?
Gold Coast.
Gold Coast.
Oh, the backman.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And I think the forward line has not many options really as well.
You got Ambrose.
Ambrose is a good
Ambrose,
selection.
Impey.
Yeah, well, yeah. If you don't have Impey, well, you're not missing out. Pretty much.
Lewis Taylor, even though he's a sub. But
Yeah.
No, I heard he might have been.
And I
injured,
think this might be the first time ever, but J. Kennedy Harris might actually decrease his price.
There's no
Oh no! You remember that Jack from last year, Gold Coast?
Oh,
That one
yeah.
player?
That guy. Yeah.
I had him, and he was horrible, just horrible.
And what was the other guy? Kane character?
Kane Mitchell.
Kane Mitchell last year. The mistakes of yesteryear. But I think
I
the
traded
most
Kane
important...
Mitchell for Ollie Wines. No, Ollie Wines for Kane Mitchell.
Oh, no.
Oh, jeez, so let's not bring back that.
I think the critical thing this round is just to have at least a few of these players, if not all, if you can. But the only trades you should be making this week, and it's very important to stick to this rule, are just corrective trades. Don't go trading out Dane Swan. And I'm looking at you, Greg Swandleberry MK4 or whatever your name is. That's just a ridiculous move. Rookie mistake.
Thomas Berry now?
Thomas Berry. Who's he brought in? Dale Thomas, is that right?
Matt Thomas, I think.
Matt Thomas. It's 250 grand, but don't go trading Dane Swan for Matt Thomas.
I've actually
Please.
got 6 players that you should have, you must have in your team if you're serious about Supercoach.
Oh, please,
this
yeah.
year. Shane. Palmy mentioned Dom Tyson, Pollock as well,
Yep.
but a few mid-price players, Beams and Murphy,
Yeah.
and Swallow at that price is a must-have, and obviously Sandland. So
Yep.
if you don't have them 6, then you should be working towards getting them into your team this week.
Yeah, just before the crucial price changes, because most of them are going to go up.
Yeah, because they're all projected to go up by a fair bit, minimum of about 50,000. So if you have 4 of them, try and get the other 2 in.
Well, anyhow, that goes on to the next section that we're going to talk about today, and that is the predictions for the league.
Yeah.
Just need to know, because this is a pretty interesting league, the Melrose League. We've got a whole assortment of teams and players, but generally most the sort of creams of, well, this is not the R-rated version. We've got a wide assortment of teams in this year's league. Most of them are still from last year, so they're for pursuing redemption, I guess you could say. But just Palmy, who you think will take out the title this year?
Yeah, but who won last year?
That's right. Last year was won by the Quartz Camels, if you recall.
Ah, yes.
He beat his dad.
That's
I think we've got a clip of Quartz Camels in action. Oh, look at him go. It's not that funny, man.
Well, okay.
And he beat his dad, what's his name? The La La Land, or whatever
John
it was.
Court.
John Court.
Yeah.
And if
He beat his dad.
This is not how we always operate.
No, this was not in the script.
So,
But who do you think will take out the title? Carry on.
Well, serial killers.
can
I think they've changed their name.
Gun from
Nah.
his midriff.
Who's your team this year? Because I've got some good points.
No, my team name has changed to Holy Rioli. It was a
Yeah.
team decision. I was going to keep it as serial killers until I lost the flag, and that was last year.
Well, I think you might come back with a bit of vengeance this year because I know you were real disappointed about it and you
Got it.
worked real hard.
You didn't cry a lot?
I was at one stage at coffee you did, but everyone will. I mean, the way you got kicked out was pretty bad.
Yeah.
I don't. What did you end up coming?
I think it was the beaten preliminary finalist.
Yeah. I don't know. I thought you would have taken it out. I don't know.
Did he choke? Did he choke? I think he choked.
I think just a couple of players didn't
He
perform. I
Pretty sure
use that for my excuse as well. But I think Holy Rioli is that new name?
Yeah,
I think a new team, new name.
Yeah, reinvigoration, all of that. I'm ready to go.
I
Anyway.
don't see.
We're moving right along. Who do you think will take out the title? Enough from you.
Again, Quartz Camel. We'll see him go again. The other way. But he's looking strong again this year. I think he's second behind some other team.
Some duds or something. Can't recall.
Yes,
completely.
I think with the experience, Holy Rioli will be up there.
Setting me up for a fall.
And I think
what
you
is
really
Palmer
can't
wants
tell.
wife?
Oh, I think it's Parmageddon now. I think
Yeah.
I changed my name.
Parmageddon. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
But I think really you can't really tell until it's anyone's game. I reckon.
it is.
Yeah.
I reckon it's so hard to tell because at the moment everyone's so similar.
Yeah.
You know, you've got the opportunity. I can get Swallow now. I can get Thomas. I can get Dom Tyson. Tom Dyson.
For the record, I'm going to nominate what's his name? The Year of the Tiger this year, which is John Court.
Oh, actually, I'd like to change one.
Well, just before that, he's been a preliminary finalist, beaten by myself in 2012. Last year, of course, he got beaten in the grand final by Court's Camels. This year, he's ready to exact revenge. And of course, it brings us to the next topic, although we will get back to your point.
Yeah.
He has resigned from Melrose Health, would you believe? Yeah, exactly.
So then, do we wave?
It just brings up the eligibility of John Court if he does take out the title.
Do we put that? No.
We'll cut that little bit out, and yes, we do.
We'll
yes.
put him there.
Just getting back, what was your point? Sorry, Tom.
I was just going to say that Smokey to win is fluff.
Oh, the fluff.
Bad year last year. And,
Shocking.
you know, like anyone, if you have such a bad year, you're going to come back stronger than that. You can do everything you can. You know that.
Wow. Think of West Coast when they finish second last.
Exactly.
And they
You're not going to keep falling. You know, it's a funny kind of game, Supercoach. You're not going to keep falling.
He can't fall any further.
No, he can't fall.
He can finish last.
He can finish last, but
He
trust
can
me, you keep an eye out for. I'm telling you now, keep an eye out for Fluff. He's coming.
Where we look at that? Fluff. Where's Fluff?
I just got a
There he
feeling
is.
Fluff may be up there.
Okay.
You know? And we'll look back on the last episode.
Yeah.
I'm saying Fluff top 4.
Top 4.
Actually, no, top 8. I'll change
Yeah.
that. Top 8.
Within reason, mate.
But yeah, he's my smoke.
We're just about to head off to another ad break, and we'll see you on the other side of it.
Every man has a place in his heart. There's a space, and the world can't erase his fantasies.
Cats been playing the blues longer than me, all sure. I'd like to see that.
Clubs full of guys with great bodies? Yeah, I'd like to see that.
I hear you guys worship Aussie rules. Hey! What sort of religion is that?
A game that's lasted longer than me. I'd like to see that.
Unbelievable.
Every man has a place in his heart. There's a space, and the world can't erase his fantasies.
Welcome back to the program, and if you've just joined us, you're a fool. That was not rehearsed. So obviously it's a difficult year. You need all the help you can get in this competition. So it's always handy to have some useful tips and tricks, some tools at your disposal in order to, I guess, be the best. So, Palmy, what resources do you use when kind of trying to find that
Just that edge.
That edge, yeah.
Okay, well, I've got a couple here for you guys at home. One big one that I always use, I probably start looking at it maybe in January, February. I'll try and get a good pre-season.
Yep.
Dreamteampage.com. Another one is Dream Team Scores.
Wait. What did you say?
Dream Team.
Dream Team. What's Dream Team?
Dream Team. That's what we're doing, aren't we? Dream Team.
We're not doing Dream Team. Mate.
Can we cut? Or is this?
No. This is live. Look at this.
Well, what does it say, Dream Team?
Wait, go have a look at your notes.
Look, I'll tell you what. We'll just go over to you for the moment.
Yeah.
What resources do you use to find that?
Well, unlike Palmy, our friend here, I look at Supercoach page, which gives the Facebook page actually gives you free live scores every quarter. So
okay,
you don't have to worry about the Supercoach Gold, was it?
No, Supercoach Gold. That's fools. I guess it's throwing away $20. So the address you can just see at the bottom of your screen.
Yeah.
There. And anything else?
Footy Star, which is a iPhone and Android app, we can you can download, and it gives you scores at the end of the game. So you can always be ahead of the game. Well, you want to be ahead of the game, but you'd know where you sit prior to an official update by
I think they have the FS score. What does that mean if you look at that app?
I think it's fantasy something. It's not Supercoach related.
I was just setting you up there. It's Footy Star.
Okay.
It's pretty much to avoid the lawsuit. So it is basically Supercoach scores,
is it?
Except it's 1 or 2 points off. So if you're looking at that app and you see it's FS, it's not full of something. It's Footy Star. So
well, most of those sites do give you Dream Team scores anyway.
Well, nobody cares about Dream Team.
I just had some notes here. But also AFL Info Live.
That's only on Android. I tried to download the other, but
you've got an Android.
Yeah, an Android.
Yeah. Anything else?
That's all. All my notes are buggered, so.
In a world first, I guess the Everyman's Fantasy shows, I guess, organised a Twitter feed this year that will be updating throughout the year, and in fact throughout each weekend. It's at Ports Camels Cup. If you do not have access to Twitter, get access to Twitter. There's the address just down there. Make some comments, hashtag, whatever you want. I don't really. What is the hashtag? Do you have any idea?
Hashtag.
Forget it. Who cares?
Pretty much just. Don't worry.
Just say it relates to something.
Yeah, well, if you hashtag Supercoach, everyone that's hashtag Supercoach
will see it.
Will see it.
Oh, I get what you mean.
Like Hashfield Dangerfield.
Hashfield Danger Tag. Oh, we've lost Harvey. I think it's us two from now on.
Yeah.
We'll just soldier on.
So anyway, that's going to provide some live updates, I guess, each weekend. So for instance, last weekend there was a very big change, late change. Sam Mitchell leaving the availability of the round 2 game quite early on, about 6:06, I think it was.
Yeah,
just confirmed he was out. So if you went out on the town and you weren't privy to that information, you'd have probably copped a donut.
I'll just play in there. This year you've got access to your Supercoach through your tablets, your phones, your computer, so you've got no excuse.
No excuse.
Yeah.
Well, no, I was sitting there religiously glued to the screen there to make sure that I traded out Sam Mitchell. Actually, no, I'm just joking.
Yeah.
But I did put him on the bench for Carl Langdon, or whatever his name is. Tom Langdon. How many Langdons are there?
But
ridiculous. One of the important tips and tricks this year will be the newsletter. It's a monthly newsletter. It'll be distributed throughout the Melrose network. Produced by the panel here. Keep an eye out for that one, and I will give you the link on the Twitter feed, most definitely, that we've mentioned earlier. But look, this show's coming to a conclusion. What are you saying?
Nothing.
The Twitter address is on the bottom.
Again,
Twitter address.
Twitter address. We're just looking at some. Just popped up there, just some odds of the title this year.
There.
Okay.
Just there. As you can see, favourites 4-1. The Quartz Camels.
Fair enough.
Yeah. What do you think about that? 4-1. I mean, get on.
Last year's winners. Although it's not the Melrose Cup anymore.
No, it's not. It's
So
Quartz
the
Camels
winner,
Cup this year.
He's taken over.
It makes sense.
The winner has the cup.
Yeah.
Okay.
So next year it'll be the whole Rioli Cup.
But the one thing we've yet to see
Beat him to
back-to-back winner in the history of.
No, that's correct.
Yet to see. So
Give me 2 years.
You'll need all of that, definitely. And as you can see down the bottom, 33-1 for belly button fluff. What do you think?
Pretty bad.
That's
yeah, well, I'll be getting on to that. Like I said, I think he'll be top 8.
Yeah.
I think he's going to come back this year with a vengeance.
Well, it's time for our very special segment, Palmy's Rant. Over to you, Palmy.
I was just wondering, I've got a good question that could be relevant. Say, sometimes on a Sunday they don't play live AFL games, you got to have Foxtel.
Yeah.
Now, we all have Foxtel here, we're sponsored by them, but for the people at home that don't have Foxtel, you've got no one. I found this last year when I couldn't watch the Collingwood.
Well, if this is on Foxtel, then people would be watching. Oh, sorry, Foxtel. We will.
Oh, wait, I'm going to point to me.
This is Palmy's last show.
Like, I'm going to fucking point to me because I'm sick of this.
No language, mate.
I'm sick of this, seriously. Last year I tried, I don't have Foxtel, but I looked online to try and buy the game, the AFL Live. Yep. I could only watch AFL Live if I was out of the country. I signed up, did a registration, then they said, you can only watch it if you're outside Australia. And what's the point? Like, I was willing to pay $10-15 just to see that one game, but I couldn't because I didn't have Foxtel and I wasn't outside the country. Why isn't there a setup?
You think they'd be looking after the locals, I guess.
But it just doesn't make sense. You could say, but Foxtel has that. Yeah, but Foxtel, why don't they sell it to me online then? Get one game. Why can't they do that?
Thanks for joining us. Thanks to my panel, Burak Demir, again, 2012 Musashi champion. 2013. 2012?
12.
Yeah. I think I was. No,
You were 2012.
I was 2012. No, you 2011.
No, I was 12.
So did well last year. Quartz Camels. You won in 11. So, yeah.
Well, who won 12 then?
That was me.
Who won 13?
Quartz Camels.
Last year was 13.
Yeah, so we're getting there. 2011 Melrose champion, Palmy Dillon. Nice work on today's show. We're going to see you again just before the mid-season buys. And, stay tuned again to the Twitter feed for updates. It's been a pleasure having you with us.
Good night.
Good night.